I mean, I think technically if you stayed up late enough, there's a start of Tokyo Game Show tonight. Let me see if I can find the slide. You'll take a look at it. Where the hell is it? I know I've seen it. Bro, it's fucking... Get out of here, Bing! The goddamn AI in the corner. This is my problem for using Bing. This is so embarrassing. Here we go. I found it. Bing AI just like rambling off in the corner of my screen. I did not ask for you. What's that one tweet? My body is a temple. I don't want any robots in it. Oh, shit. Fuck. That's not the right. There you go. Where is it? It's right here. What is that? 9 p.m., I think? That's the opening program? That looks like 9 p.m. Japan's an hour ahead. I'm on Eastern time right now. If you're not Eastern time, you can either do the math in your head. I don't want to talk to you. West Coast, you're cool. All right, what am I talking about? Tokyo Game Show. So if you wanted to see the opening program, it'd be at 9 p.m. tonight. Maybe I'll stream it. Problem is I kind of want to get up for the Microsoft show. The Microsoft show starts at... That's 7 a.m.? 5 a.m. my time? What time zone is that? I am going to launch myself out of a cannon and bite your face. It's Tokyo Game Show! It's Japan time! Look, I will. Yeah, it's 10 a.m. Eastern time. Any one of you in real life, you're getting bitten. I've seen 5 different charts. What's your time zone? Tell me what time zone you're in. If you're in Germany, you better make something up. Capcom is at 10 a.m. GMT -3. I don't know what that means.
Directly under my nuts.
Where do you
live? My nuts is where the time zone is.
Where do you live? What is that, like an hour ahead? What? It's 12:30? What weird ass time zone is that? Where are you? Oh, okay. No, man, you're cool. Actually, I take it all back. I'm gonna give you VIP. Nah, you're good, man. Nah, you're great. No, never. I take it all back. Yeah, so you just got to flip the PM and the AM around, because it's going to be at 11 p.m. Japan would be 11 p.m. Japan would be your 11 a.m. Right? What is Japan time? Yeah, you're good. You're good. Just flip the AM and PM, buddy. No, it's all right. No, I warmly welcome anyone from South America in this chat. I'm sorry for yelling at you. I apologize. That wasn't right of me. No, you don't have to wake up too early. No, you're good. I mean, if you really wanted, no, you got 7 a.m. Microsoft. There might be something there. I'm sure Sega will be all right. That'll be 8 a.m. I mean, they've got 30 minutes. Right? No, it's an hour. Microsoft is at 7. 505 games. No, Microsoft is at 5 a.m. 505 is at 6 a.m. Sega is 7 a.m., Level 5 8 a.m., Koei Tecmo 9 a.m., Capcom 10 a.m. You want to see Capcom? Because I'm 99.99% sure they'll announce Monster Hunter 6. Yeah, I mean, they've got an hour, you know? They've got an hour to show off everything. Plenty of time, right? They'll leave it at the end. Yeah, I mean, we could, believing helps. It's a little bit, you know, like Santa Claus. Like, we just gotta believe that it'll be there, and maybe it'll be there. I hope it's there. What are we doing today? We're gonna play a little bit of Monster Hunter, and then we're gonna play some Lies of P. People weren't peeing enough. It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that good. We gotta warm up the audience. We gotta get the bots in the channel first. It's fine. I mean, I still, you know, I want to. Actually, that's not good. This is my best one. It's only the 4-star investigations that apparently matter. Oddly enough. Still bullying the Burge. Haven't finished it yet. We've killed a lot of them too. It's not for lack of trying. We need the big one. Played some of those little roguelike games. Finished Halls of Torment, as in it's one of my few perfect games. Turn up, hello. Good afternoon. I've got 2 on Steam. It's really weird. This is it. This is my collection. For the record, you can get a perfect game on Soma by just playing and beat the game. Did I beat Nuclear Throne? No. I don't like agree with the last boss because they're putting out a bullet hell and like your movement is not that good. Soma's pretty good. I don't really care about it either, Turnip.
Ooh, I got myself a new favorite
But
streamer.
I will say there's a part of your monkey brain that when you see perfect game, like it feels all right. I've only done 5 reviews. Wow. I thought I would have done more than that. What am I doing? What are any of us doing? Ground Zero is Monster Hunter World and Dark Souls? Well, we're going to be getting the Monster Hunter World perfect. Ground Zeroes, I'm probably pretty close. I like Ground Zeroes. I played a lot of it. In fact, Ground Zeroes is one of my most played games on Steam, but a lot of that was because I just left the game running to collect resources. Where's Pinocchio? We'll play it, but you know why we're playing this instead. You know. Trust me, I suffer as much, if not more, as everyone else. Did it only take 60 hours to get perfect in Ground Zeroes? Bills do? I like that. That's good. It's a good joke. Different strategies? I wish I could play ground. I wish Tank had like Snake had like armor that I could wear so I could go full psycho mode in Ground Zeroes. He's not flying. You know, I think I even ended up buying Ground Zeroes on PC after playing it on PlayStation a bunch, just because there was some special thing I wanted. If I stream Metal Gear Solid 5? I don't think so. I did stream, controversially, Survive. I've said my piece about Survive. I'm not looking to be on anyone's good graces. I don't mind that it's a contrarian opinion either. Oh! Whoa! Maybe we should heal after that. I did enjoy Survive. So I'll tell you, the worst part about the game is the beginning. And if you listen to the tutorial at all, you're not going to have a good time. Survive is a Shepard type of game? I don't know what you mean by that, but I will take it as a compliment. I just don't trust anyone's gamer opinion other than my own. I'm not saying everyone else is sheeple, but... obviously at that time it was the entire world versus Konami, and Konami does suck. Real bad. Your opinion is based as hell? Agreed. I always thought one of those mods for Metal Gear Solid 5 that makes it so that you can only use equipment that you find in the field is interesting. I see the Dragon 8 trail. I didn't see it. I saw some clips in the Discord. Segway? Segway Gaming? How did this happen? Have I kept track of them? I don't need to. The game tracks that. I've basically killed none of them before this. Like, is the Segway Corporation, like, in Japan? Maybe, like, all these game devs were, like, hanging out at some bar in Osaka, and, like, they were, like, laughing it up, be like, yo, what if we just put a bunch of Segways in our game? Don't they look stupid? And they're like, yeah, it'll be great! Don't run. Son of a bitch. I wonder if he goes up to the waterfall. Capcom's gonna show sex instead of dogs. Don't. There's no hope for any of us here. Am I rising for Coat Box? I actually think I'm going to. I mean, there's not a single person on the East Coast in the United States that'll be watching, but you know, it'll be a good benchmark to see how big my European audience is. Like, objectively. I wonder if he goes into this tree stump if you shoot him into it. Oh, he does. That's neat. Oh! The evasion mana wore off right as I was going through. Have I ever beat Hollow Knight? I did beat Hollow Knight. I did not get all of the endings. And I don't think I finished all of the bonus content. But I beat the main game. It's pretty good. I don't know that it's my favorite Metroidvania. But it's definitely okay. Game's hard? I mean, it's not that bad. Some of the DLC, I feel like, gets pretty hard. Like, in areas you wouldn't even think. Like, it's not even a boss. Like, you gotta fight like a ghost, like, in a normal zone. See, that monkey was made in Unity? I mean, I just don't see how this is gonna pass muster in, like, any court. You know what I mean? Like, there's just, like, no way. Time is Tokyo Game Show? I went over at the start of the stream. It depends on what you want to watch. Capcom is at 10 a.m. You can get up as early... I mean, honestly, it'll be night tonight. You want to watch the opening. When will I beat Yakuza 0? Maybe never, man. It's just like such a slog to get through the start. And every time I want to play it, I want to start over. I mean, that's just it, Albino. Like, you made, produced, and released a game under certain operating expectations of an agreement between, like, production and, like, a licensing fee. Like, if they want to say, like, this is the fee going forward for any new games that start development after this date, fine. I mean, they could torpedo their own engine, and that's fine. But, like, to say, like, oh, retroactively, from now on, any installs, we're going to charge you 20 cents, like, it's just not going to, it's never going to work. The per install basis was also kind of insane. Play some in M and Loop. Are you going to play Hollow Knight? Good luck. Are you playing on the PS4? It'll probably play pretty well on the PS4. He didn't look that big. But, I mean, one thing I could tell while I'm farming crowns in this game is, like, you can never tell. When's Gungeon? I played Soulstone Survivors on the treadmill last night. I walked for 84 minutes. They've got a very interesting achievement prestige system in there right now. That if you want to max out everything, it's going to take a lot of time. They couldn't make it per purchase because then they couldn't milk free-to-play games. I mean, how do you even charge for an engine on a free-to-play game? That's so interesting. Like, it's like, I understand if their issue is we are not making any money off of free-to-play games. I'm not giving them any sympathy. I'm just saying, like, okay, all right, fine. You're not making any money, and these are people who are using your engine. But, like, the solution is it? Like, what is it? It can't be, we're gonna charge you 20 cents per install. Because on a free-to-play game, like, you could quickly... I don't say go bankrupt, but like you could definitely get really screwed over by that. Now you really got to get predatory to hope your whales are going to cover everything. I thought they made a lot of money off of their store. Isn't it like a Unity store? People buy assets and stuff. Like, really, like, the best way to do it is just have a good engine, right? And you will make more money. Make it easier to develop games in, make it more feature rich, make it perform better. God knows, like, for a long time, like, what is the reputation of Unity before this happened, right? The reputation was Unity asset flip, performance is ass because it was made in Unity. Like, I don't think any of us have, like, a good internal, like, recognition of Unity being a good place to develop games, right? Makes it easy to port your game to a bunch of platforms. But I mean, is it that much worse than, say, Unreal Engine 4? Or any of those new engines like Godot? I'm sure they're all, like, working on it. Those various companies. I think Unreal absolutely has some mobile support. I for sure have played games before that are like, this was made with Unreal Engine on mobile. Unity will walk it back to what they actually wanted. I just feel like the damage is really done to the corporation. Like, how could you be an indie game dev and be like, I'm going to put time into learning how to make games in Unity? There was some Humble Bundle deal about Godot, and I saw it, and I'm like, oh, these games all look terrible. But then I realized, I looked it up, like, Halls of Torment is made with Godot, and, like, that's, you know, that's a game. That's a fun game. It's not a $60 game, but if you're making a little indie studio game and you're going to be charging, like, $5 to $10 for it, like, the engine is more than capable of doing that, and it's completely free. I mean, that's pretty neat. It just feels like EA, like, trains their CEOs in being, like, simultaneously greedy, but also, like, terrible at business. Like, I just don't understand it. It's that way with every person. Like, it was the same thing with Microsoft. The guy that was in charge of, like, TV and, like, locking where your pre-owned games could be played. We see heavy bowgun after this fight. No. The only time I do heavy bowgun is if I'm in charge of breaking Safi's wings. That's pretty much it. I would consider bow. That's the funny thing is, like, everyone's like, oh, wow, like, Lance so boring. Lance, you at least have to push the button to counter. Bow, you just stand there. I have a request? Alright. Hit me with it. Flop it out on the table, alright? Let's see that schmeat. Can you ban anyone who shits on Lance for not a good reason? I don't know if I'm gonna ban them. But it does get, like, an unnecessarily harsh opinion from the community. It's like, if you want to complain about a weapon for being boring, it's like, heavy bowgun is right there. If you want to say Lance is the third most boring weapon behind heavy bowgun and light bowgun, I'll give you that. I promise you, even if Dean is crapping on Lance, he would crap on light bowgun and heavy bowgun more. Of the weapons that I will stream, Lance is, I mean, arguably the least interesting. I don't know. Like, I don't like hunting horn sometimes because, like, you get a little stuck in, like, echo note spam. But visually speaking, you're at least doing more than that. Lance, a lot of times, is like, I poke you. I poke you. I poke you with my weapon. Still not convinced that I even like this Frostcraft Greatsword. You play any Lies of P? I mean, I've been streaming it for the last 2 days. Yeah? What did I think? I think it's great. I think it's a great game. We're going to play it later today. Hurts my feelings. It's like everything I would ever want in a Bloodborne sequel. In fact, in many ways, it surpasses a lot of the FromSoft games. The only places it's lacking, you don't get quite as much, like, lore jammed up the ass. Any Neo 2 today? We'll be playing Lies of P. Some of the enemy variety. Not all of it. Some of it a little lacking. You know, for sure they've got, like, their I'm going to run at you while clawing at you enemies, and they reuse that a lot. But is Monster Hunter Sex Cope session tomorrow? So, you know, there's, you know, it's not a perfect game, but it's one of the best games released since Neo 2. I think I would personally rank it higher than Elden Ring. Did I kill the King of Puppets? I'm not here to do some live jelking on stream, but I was told from chat that I was the streamer to clear that fight fastest out of anyone that they've seen. Out of all the streamers, I am the king! I think I could have beaten him faster. I was just trying to... I was just, like, experimenting on the Romeo phase. I was trying to see if I could break the weapon. But really, like... he's not designed for anything other than, like, you just gotta dodge. Yeah, I got no other skills, Fuxo. I mean, alright. I'm pretty good at finance. Even though that never is a concern in my streams. I'm pretty good at understanding math and money. That and video games is literally the only things I can do. Can't really do anything else. Understand money too much to wail on Tepid? Oh, I do not like spending money on gambling at all. If it's 100% purely, like, entertainment, and you can contextualize the purchase within entertainment, it's okay. But, like, I just can't do it. It sickens me that so many states gouge its citizens through, like, lotteries and stuff. And where does that money go? Right back in the politician's pocket. Yes! Oh, that's a big number, baby. That's a big number, baby. Oh, I was hoping I'd get another one. Hard to roll twice in a row with Greatsword. Got shrimmered. I don't believe it, man. And I want to know, like, where the hell is all, like, the mandated financial curriculum in the United States? It pisses me off so much. I've been bad since I was started creaming full-time because it's easy just to get stuck in your house. But I used to spend a lot of time volunteering and teaching financial education in schools. And, like, basically the way the law works is the state says, you can teach financial education if you want. We're not going to pay for it. You'll get no financial support. And, like, the reality is like, if you don't mandate something, like, it's just never going to get done. Your prime minister the other day? If I could say something really embarrassing, I'm not even sure who the current UK prime minister is. After Theresa May, I just kind of blanked out. After she lost to the head of cabbage. He's keeping a low profile, whoever it is. How long has he been in office for? And I feel bad. Rishi Sunak? Oh. Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, following the hottest summer in recorded history to say, like, we're not going to go net zero eco emissions, maybe not the time to do that. The only thing I remember from my high school economics course was the teacher saying, if you want to buy stocks, you have to buy them in bundles of 100 at a time. And that used to be true, but it's no longer relevant. They don't get into, like, opportunity cost, inflation, anything like that, really, in high school finance. You'd already done your taxes a year before taking it? Wow. There was one time I was at one of those financial things. I was volunteering. And, like, I was one of the counselors at the end. And I was sitting down with a girl. And I was talking about how it's important to try and have, you know, some money set aside, like some savings. And I said, you know, in a best case scenario, you know, you'd have, like, you know, maybe 1 or even 2 months of your monthly expenses saved up for emergencies. And this was like a 16-year-old girl, dead ass looked me in the eyes and is like, I will never have that much money saved up ever in my life. This is all pointless. And I was trying to be positive. I'd be like, no, really, you could do it. I mean, you set aside a little bit each month until you have your savings set up so that, you know, if you get sick or you lose your job or something like that happens, you know, you will, you'll be in an okay situation. I mean, I said, yeah, it's not always going to happen, but if it can, like, it's really good for you financially. And it was just like, It was like 5 to 10 minutes of this girl just being like full on doomer, dude. Just like maximum doomer. A monthly budget on clothes? I spend next to nothing on clothing. You have 3 months. Am I proud of you? I'm extremely proud of you. You are better than 90% of the United States. When I worked at the credit union and I was, you know, on a daily basis. And again, like, the only thing is, like, I don't know. Like, this may not be people's primary bank account. I mean, this could have been, like, a secondary account. They could have had more saved up somewhere else. But for the most part, at least 90% of the people out there don't have $1,000 saved up at any one time. And, like, that's what all the numbers say. Like, that's scary, dude. It's tough. It's getting more expensive, too. Like, I mean, obviously, it's a cultural thing. Like, that's the way it is in the U.S. I'm sure it's not that way in every country. They must be that good at investing? They're living that grind set, dude. Oh, can I get another wall bang off? No way. No, you screwed it up, cat. When I was at credit union, I tell people to invest in Capcom. Nope. I didn't really do too much financial advice. The most that we had is there was like a financial advisor we were partnered with. And like, I'm not hating people out there that like are paid to help people with investments. But it's like, it feels like the most parasite job that exists because, like, you make 1% on people's investments for what? Like, you don't run those companies. Like, literally all you do is keep the money invested. And genuinely, like, the best financial advice you could do, investment advice, the most practical is just like, I'm going to invest everything in the S&P 500. You know, if you consider investment advice similar to like medical, where like, you know, you got to do what's generally accepted as like the best thing. That can be like, I'm going to try injecting bleach into your body. You know, you gotta follow the medical practices. Financially, it's the equivalent of, yeah, we're just going to put the money in the S&P. No, the investments definitely matter, Albino. Like, as somebody who has had investments for, I mean, I don't want to say a year. We'll say over 10 years. You know, I've definitely seen everything grow over time. Now, mind you, and this I will agree with you on. I don't agree with 401ks replacing pensions. I think it's terrible that that happened. Over a year's worth of expense in your bank and even more in a simple IRA? That's great. I wish everybody was like you. The thing is, and like what I've come to believe, is the United States cares so little for its people and citizens, but it cares so much for like number go up, that if you're invested in like the overall American economy, you're placing the bet that America will continue to care for companies more than people. And like, as long as that remains true, like the stock market will always be an okay investment. Like, I'm pretty sure the United States spent more money bailing out companies than it did actually, like, on coronavirus relief. Pretty sure it did. But they were so quick to save business that, like, they were just giving out loans that they didn't even want you to pay back. Would be a new Monster Hunter title announcement? They're going to announce Elder Dragons and Monster Hunter now. Will I bet money on it? No. I'm not a gambler. I'm betting my life. I'm hoping that it'll be there. I don't want to work delivering packages. And this guy's an asshole. Hey, Wyatt! Fuck you! Sorry, I don't mean to swear so much lately. Sorry? You should be. I hate you right now. And I mean that. I bet money on it. I'd be happy if there was a new Monster Hunter, man. I've been playing this game for my entire creaming career. It's 5 years. Now we'll probably die fast. I mean, they're going to have to inject so much new content in that game constantly. Like, how many people want to ride the upgrading my weapon treadmill, you know? Could I always go back to Double Cross? You're just being a goofy little guy now. Seeing all these streamers play World again? That's cool. I'm not aware. I never look at any Twitch categories. But it's a popular category now. Everyone's coming groveling back. I've been here the whole time! 2 copies of the game for raffle. The new game? Dave is trying out Ice. I would collab with Dave. I would not do a Ice collab, but I would do a collab with him. I'll message him at some point. When it's not shown, I'll be like, hey, I need content. Where's my water bow set? There we go. World is seeing a resurgence. I mean, it's still a good game. It can be any other game. Right now, I would say they're not going to show sex. They might show a remake, re-release, remaster. Hi. Did I miss any Wide Gunlands content today? We started with it. That was the first weapon I used. We opened up with it. We'll probably rotate back to it, now that I know you want to see it. I don't think we'll see any footage. People play World on Steam every day more than Rise? I mean, I don't want to be sadistic. Like, obviously, video games take a very long time to develop. You know, it's not easy to get games made. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of assets. But really, those, if you're going to be making, like, mobile-esque side titles, like, those really need to be on the side in the pipeline. I raffle the... If sex shows, you raffle sex? I'm so confused. I'll get a copy of Sex to give away. Yeah, sure. If it's shown, yes. And if not... If remake hits... I mean, what if it's neither? That's what I'm trying to say. What if it's nothing? Wouldn't a remaster be huge? They haven't done any? They technically have. It just depends on what you mean by a remaster. Like, we got Portable 3rd HD. We got Gen HD. Attend the investor meetings. I'm going to purchase a home in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and fly to Japan every March to attend the investor meetings. I think the next game is going to be huge. Like, obviously, like, it's not like there's never going to be another Monster Hunter game. Like, that would be, you'd have to be insane to think that. But it's just a matter of when. I just don't know if the timing works out. Did I catch your statement? No, I don't know. If I didn't respond to it, no. What if they stopped working on Monster Hunter? I promise you they did. Cool, any Capcom title show? That doesn't make any... All right, we'll hash out the details later. If it makes tomorrow more exciting for you, I will agree to it. I just don't think it's going to be sex tomorrow. And then if it's not sex tomorrow, we'll figure it out. I hope it's sex. I mean, Dakota absolutely started to work on the next game as soon as development of World ended. So they've probably been at least workshopping it since 2018? December of 2018, probably. You know, unfortunately, Suzuki came, worked on Iceborne, and left. So they definitely have somebody else in the wings helping with that. I think they might have been getting the guy that developed, and I don't remember his name, the guy that was working on Exoprimal, trying to get him experience so that he'd be able to be the next director for the expansion of the next game. A good chance of the next Monster Hunter game? Look, man. I promise you, nobody here wants to see it more than me. I'm just saying it may not be at Tokyo Game Show. I'm just, right now, I'm thinking it's probably going to be the Game Awards at the earliest. That's all. You want to see it more than me? Okay. If you believe that in your heart, I think you want to see Rise more than me. Now, why would they prefer the Game Awards to Tokyo Game Show? I don't know. More eyes? It's tomorrow. Yeah, it's literally tomorrow. But this time tomorrow, we'll have seen the Capcom showcase. The only thing is Game Awards are what? December? And if they're planning like a January, February, March release, that would be like really soon. All right, nice gong cat. This is awful. Doesn't really look like a clone, does he? Sucks they left Capcom till last? Well, there's multiple days at Tokyo Game Show. They're on the first day. I mean, Capcom arguably got the best time slot. 10 a.m. Eastern Time? That's the time slot I would want if I had to choose for Capcom. Because West Coast, East Coast, Europe, Japan, everybody can watch. I'm trying to get his head, man. This sucks. They show the logo? We got to see game footage, man. It's got to be at least as much as when they showed Dragon's Dogma 2. I don't think he got Rise. He got World 2'd. I think that's still a break. You're not a gold crown. Go to sleep. How many do you think we got to hunt? 100? Too many, man. I really thought for a while that they were going to port World to the Switch using, like, that remote play feature. You know, that the one that they used for, like, RE7 and stuff? Hunting for a crown? Yeah, trying to get a gold crown. Scarred Garuga, Cloud Gaming, yeah. Because, like, there's games on the Switch that play like that. I don't know, maybe they thought, like, the timing would be too tight. I guess Resident Evil is not, like, super timing dependent. As weird as that sounds. I mean, there's been a number of Capcom games like that. There was a Kingdom Hearts one, and the cloud technology was, like, real bad. Square Enix definitely does not have the sauce. Is Liza Peepee done? No, we're not done. I don't know, maybe we're, like, halfway through the game? I have no idea. Apparently it's a really long game. We'll be playing it soon. I want to get my crown first. Did you play Kingdom Hearts 3 on the Switch? Saw a streamer with 9 healing things? Holy crap. It's a long game, huh? I'm already a king? I wouldn't want to be a king. A prince, maybe, but not a king. You ever played Kingdom Hearts on stream? I was thinking about doing a randomizer of Kingdom Hearts 2 at one point, and one person in chat was going insane. Really looking forward to it, and I never ended up doing it. But I've played it. I beat 1 and 2. I played a little bit of some of the other ones, but they just get real dumb and weird, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't care at all, man. Like, just give me the cool Keyblades with, like, the cool little moves that I can do. I want Winnie the Pooh to show up and, like, cleave people in half with, like, a Zangetsu. And, like, I never get that. I'm not asking for much. I'm asking for a lot. I want Winnie the Pooh to be wearing one of those Dark Brotherhood robes and have a Zweihander. Play Dark and Darker. That's like real Zweihander. Directional blocking in that game is so cool. I mean, Winnie the Pooh is public domain, so if you wanted to make, like, creative fiction about him, including serving time in a Chinese re-education camp, you actually could. You might create an international incident. That's freedom of speech. So. You can see Monster announcement at Tokyo Game Show 2023. Yeah, they'll talk about Monster Hunter now. Yeah, we were talking about Winnie the Pooh yesterday. There's at least one pornography and one horror film that has been made. Does poison reduce efficiency of lifesteal in Monster Hunter World? Nope. It's just different weapons have different amounts of health that they take back. Lance does seem to be pretty bad at it, huh? If you really wanted, you could put recovery up, or you could even double augment, health augment if you really wanted. I will say I went to the Pooh ride in Tokyo Disney, Japan. It's an exclusive ride. You can only ride it there. And it sucked. That was not a good ride. I know it's for kids and stuff, but like you could at least make it good for adults too. Did I poo myself? Not even. Not even a little bit. The line was long and it was bad. It was about as good as the Pinocchio ride, which had 0 weight.
I'm gonna poop myself.
The one that they have in Tokyo Disney is apparently different than the one in Florida, allegedly. It does like neat stuff, just not enough of it. You're just not on it long enough. Used to run around spitting like him? Oh. First poo knowledge. Is that a big one? Not really, right? He doesn't look that big. I don't think he's a small crown, but I think he's just normal. Maybe a little smaller than normal. I mean, I liked Winnie the Pooh as a kid. It was a good show. It was kind of wholesome, doing little adventures. It's fun. I always thought there was going to be like some dark, sinister side of like the Winnie the Pooh world in Kingdom Hearts. And like it's always just like, no, I just want honey in a balloon. I was like, when is it? When is Pooh going to become a Heartless? It never ended up happening. Right? I did not watch the Winnie the Pooh horror movie. No, I like horror movies, but I haven't... Yeah, it's hard to watch them all. There's so many of them. There's so many, like, really cheap bad ones. Presumably, they all make money, though. Like, people will just slurp up any garbage horror movie. All you need is a little bit of gore and somebody willing to show some boobs, and, like, you will make a profit. Nah, man, I'm into it. I love horror, man. It's my favorite genre. I've accepted it in my heart. If I'm going to watch a movie, those are my favorite ones. Action has got to be really good. Like, and I'm sorry, like, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but John Wick 3 was not that good. Watch American Horror Story? Nah. Don't really watch the TV series that much. There's a YouTube video I've been meaning to watch. It's like a 4 to 5 hour long analysis on Hereditary. It's awesome that like the guys put more content on the movie than the actual movie. Play Monster Hunter now on the phone? A little bit. I don't love it. Part of the issue is like, I don't live anywhere where it's going to be fun or interesting to walk. Like, I'm going to get 0 landmarks. That's a little bit of a problem. I have to make it to the You Beat the Game ping? How long does that take? I mean, I would spoof, but at that point, like, what am I even playing? I'm playing, like, a made-for-phone version of Monster Hunter. Like, the best part about Monster Hunter is, like, like, gameplay. And now I'm playing it. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't play it for, like, oh, I love Rathalos or whatever, but... Monster Hunter now has a health bar. It does. Like, that doesn't actually bother me that much. As long as it's not in the next game. It'll be in the next game. It'll be in the next portable game. Oop. Did I get the beta for this Nexon game? I could do better than that. You want to know how I can do better than that, Mornifa? I was paid to stream that. They paid me. I did a bounty for that game, dude. You know, was it bad? I don't think it was bad. It's just, you know, our time is so precious. You know what I mean? Every day is a miracle that we are so lucky to be able to do with anything we want. Why would I want to play a free-to-play Nexon Grindfest every day? Like, I'm very interested in playing new games and trying them. But, like, I'm not gonna, like, fully commit. Not unless it's really fun. Can I play Outward again? It was alright. I became the trope, which is nobody ever finishes Outward. And that feels bad. Definitely a fun game to try out new builds. I mean, I'd suggest, I would recommend Outward. Outward was a lot of fun. It's actually impossible to hit the head. Whatever happened to Outriders? It did well enough that they made a DLC. Outward, the game with no fast traveling walking sim. I think you do actually unlock some fast travel options. There are not many of them. It very much feels like a video game that, like, somebody would have designed in their head in, like, 1998. And then they had the technology to actually make it in, I don't know when the first version did, 2015? Did I think of Outward? I mean, I'm not going to claim I came up with the idea before the author did. But that would have been a game that I would have liked playing. No, nobody finishes Outward. That's what we were just saying. It's actually impossible. Nobody's ever gotten to the end of the game to confirm whether or not there is an ending. I don't think anyone needs to have any guilt ever over not finishing games. Unless that's the only way you can enjoy them. My favorite thing about games is usually, like, learning new things. Feel bad because you spend money? I mean, unless you're playing gacha games, there's really no amount of money you could be spending on video games as a habit that compares to most other hobbies. A lot of hobbies end up being way more expensive. Tabletop? Man! Do you guys want... Let me go see what my biggest tabletop purchasing regret is. Hold on, give me 1 second. Well, truth be told, I think I would probably enjoy it. But because it's in the... I mean, by default, it has to win. It's in the shrink wrap. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. Like, I enjoyed the original enough to get the expansion. But it never made it out. This is the, expansion for Robinson Crusoe. I'm sure it's great. I just never played it. Do I still play Honkai? No. Bring It Along? You're going to play Robinson Crusoe, you're going to probably play the original first. Hold on. out of all of my games, this one is my absolute favorite. Oh, I love this game. Vlada Schwadel's Mage Knight. Oh, it's so good. This, hold on, this right here, that's a lie. Do not play this game with more than one person. Do not play it more. Looks like it's never been opened. Oh, it's definitely been opened. You want to know how I could tell? Ooh, it's so good. I got little cases for the cards. And I put sleeves on the cards. It's fucking legit, dude. It's legit as hell, man. Everything has their own little cases. I don't think I ever played as this guy. I bought this expansion. The character is Krang. He's like a little, I don't know, he's supposed to be like a troll or something. Just get the Lord of the Rings living card game. You have no idea what you're talking about. All right? This game is amazing. And look, don't get me wrong. I love deck builders. And this is a deck builder. But like, you have basically procedurally generated lands in that you lay out grids. And then as you explore, you flip them over. And then you find out what the world is. Oh, it's so good. What are these cards? Are these the monster cards? I'd have to check. These are some of the attacks and stuff that you get. Blood Ritual. Look how good the art is. Some of the characters, I think, do scale off of bleeding. It is a very long game. I once played the tutorial with some other guy. We met up at a game shop to play. And it was Blood Rage. It was like 4 hours just to do the tutorial. I never knew there was one-player board games. The game just works better as a single-player game. It really does. So there was an expansion to this. And I've never technically played the expansion. Those are all the blood cards. They're not all blood cards. You've got different characters that... I mean, wounds, you know, obviously in deck builders, you don't want dead draws, right? So wounds are bad. Yeah, it's been a while. I used to know how to play this. Like, I don't know what this card is here. Do I have Catan? Don't insult me. Please. Of course I have Catan. It may not be in my house, but I do own it. It is in one of my... I don't want to say one of my houses. My in-laws, it might be over there. No, I like Catan. I like playing it digitally. Play it with chat? I used to play it on Xbox Live. It was fun to play it on Xbox Live. Oh, it's so big. Yeah, so someday, hopefully, I'll play this and the expansion. It's heavy, man. Vlada Schwadel, man. What a genius. This is what the game looks like when it's all set up. You see that fucking thing? Do you see it? The Mage Knight board game is an epic game of exploration and conquest. Take control of one of 4 powerful Mage Knight heroes. I have 6 now. And play a variety, maybe 7. Play a variety of competitive and cooperative scenarios as you vie to build your own personal legend. Conquer a mage tower and learn potent spells. Explore a dungeon and discover a priceless artifact. Or assault a keep and recruit powerful units to fight for your cause. Level up as you progress through each journey and carefully build your action deck and skill set for missions at hand. Each decision you make will impede or improve your ability to accumulate fame, acquire legendary loot, and position yourself as the mage knight best suited to accomplish your task. After 3 days and nights of adventuring, combat, and conquer, only the mage knight of greatest acclaim will be declared the victor. Are those miniatures or cutouts? They're mostly tiles. Oh no, maybe there are fucking miniatures in here. It's been a while. I don't like dig in here. It's not a goblin week. It's only a couple days in the game. You get 3 days. Where are you? Those look like cutouts, man. I mean, I just like, there's like extra stuff in this box that should not be in here, and that's why it's going a little insano mode. I don't see the miniatures, dude. Maybe I stuffed them in the other box? Hold on. Let me check the other box, because there's 2. Oh. All right, you're not going to believe this. I have them organized in here. This is like the big boss guy. He's the expansion. They came pre-painted. I did not paint them. Where's Crag? I don't know if this is Crag or not. It's a dragon guy. Doesn't really look like him. He might be in his own box somewhere. Yeah, it's just like so many little bits and bobs. Why is the dragon showing leg? I don't know. I mean, he's covering up his dong. I mean, what else do you want from him? This is a neat character. This character gets bonus power by using excess movement points. She came with the expansion. Oh, here he is! I found him! I think the paint on them is really good. Like, I don't even know how do you make something like this that looks so good? These are the mana dice. So yeah, I mean, you could tell I really like the game because I have boxed and sleeved all of the cards, and I organized all of the pieces into their own tackle kit. I love this game, man. Mage Knight. Vlada Shvaddle. Yeah, here's the box for Krang. It's empty. There's nothing in it. I bought it. I never even played with him. I mean, that's board game collecting in a nutshell. I'm going to spend a lot of time and a lot of money learning and buying video games or board games and never play them. If you play it once, you got your money's worth. That's all I'll say in board games. People do it with video games too? It's true. I feel like board games is almost worse though. Should we try to do a full pivot into board games? Board games really had their renaissance, like I think around like 2015, 2016. All the way up until the pandemic, they were doing pretty well. They hit a little bit of the moment where, like the E.T. video game crash, where they just like, too many were being made. And I feel like they kind of fell out of favor a little bit. There was a board game place in Osaka I never made it down to. It does seem like they're popular out there. I love them. I just love thinking about them. I mean, I like playing them too, of course, but my favorite part about board games is playing them and coming up with ideal strategies. Which probably makes me really annoying to play board games with. I could like reflect on that. It's probably like a little annoying. Like, oh, this asshole, he's trying to min-max everything. Social games are more fun in that way. Otherwise, you got to pair up with other tryhards. It's not the same. Battlestar Galactica is my favorite board game to play with other people. I love that game, man. I kind of like the Battlestar Galactica setting as well. Like, that helps, but just
You got leggings tip $6.90. Hello, it is I from Osaka Station. I just wanted to say it was such a pleasure to be able to meet you in person after watching for so long during the MH Tryon podcast days.
Wait, hold on, I missed some of that.
Felt like I was in a rush. We had a Shinkansen to catch.
Hold on, I got some of that. I didn't get all of that. It is I from Osaka Station? Holy crap! Let's say it's a pleasure to run into you after watching for so long and trying podcasts. It probably felt like it was a rush. You had a Shinkansen to catch. Brother, I had an airplane to catch. He caught me at my absolute sweatiest. I had like, I don't know, probably over 100 pounds of luggage. And I just carried them up and down like 3 flights of stairs. And he was like, social dissonance, is it you? And I'm like, ha! Ha! He got a picture. I had no problem giving him a picture. I just wish he could have found me in maybe less sweaty circumstances. Hopefully your trip was okay. You were taking the Shinkansen to... Is it Kyoto? Hiroshima, that's it. Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, like, I ended up being really early anyways, but just the way I am with, like, airline travel, because I've been so traumatized by the United States, is I try to just get ready as soon as possible. It helped a little bit. It was a little confusing going from Osaka back to the US because the connecting flight didn't really know. Like, it was a little weird. It's good. I love Japan. I wish I had found more Gaijin to hang out, especially for August. I only took the Shinkansen once from Tokyo down to Osaka, and it was like no issue at all. It was amazing. We bought our tickets right at the counter. Like, they didn't give us any issue at all. I love it, man. I love train travel way more than airline travel. Airline travel is such a pain. I didn't have any stamina. Ever been on the Eurostar? I was only on one. I only took one Shinkansen trip, and I don't remember the name. No, I mean, we were in Tokyo for 10 days, and then after that, we were in Osaka the whole time. I mean, my thing, like, look, don't get me wrong. I love traveling and seeing new things, but for the most part, like, I just care about the food. I'm not going to say, like, oh, if I want to see something, I'll just look at a picture. Like, all right, yeah, being in person is better, but for the most part, like, don't really care that much. I just want to eat. And I ate pretty good. Japan was amazing. We're just strange and curious. The enjoyment can't be that bad. Can't be worse than an American highway. Again, no stamina. That's the hard part of this weapon. Burger curry place. I never had burger curry. That sounds good, though. Albino Donkey doesn't avoid public transportation because of smells. He avoids it because it literally doesn't exist where he lives. I don't know. If he really tried, he could probably find a bus. His neck of the woods is probably worse than mine when it comes to public transportation. He could probably spend 2 hours on public transportation going somewhere that would be like a 15-minute car ride. Is he in rage? Oh, I'm not on the head. Well, your city's got no excuse for that, Amatsu. If there's one city in this country that should have a good public transportation system, it's yours. When I lived in Boston, public transportation was okay. Wasn't great, but it was okay. I don't know why they have so many green line routes. Cars for the win? You must be trolling. That sounds like skill issue, man. If your shopping bags are hurting your fingers, you need better bags, or you just need to get, like, I don't know, something with wheels on it. For me, when I was in Japan, I mean, obviously I didn't do a ton of shopping and cooking, but whenever I had a lot of bags, I just bought enough to bring home. I mean, it was never more than 15 or 20 minutes to get somewhere. So, like, you don't have to do your shopping for a week at once. I mean, they sell little carts, little collapsible carts that you can put your shopping bags in if you're going to be bringing home a lot of stuff. I would take that over having to have a car. Just right now, I've got my car is getting worked on because it has to pass emissions. It's going to cost me like $1,000. Oh, it's so annoying. I don't even drive anywhere. It just has to pass emissions. Nope, sorry, that'll be $1,000. Time is Tokyo Game Show tomorrow? This is Japanese time. Convert that to your time. Sell it then? Well, then I won't have a car. And like, I don't really need a car, but like, just in case, it's nice to have one. If I want to buy a new car, that's going to be like, I don't know, 8,000? Car insurance mandatory? I think it's mandatory everywhere. Once a car gets old enough, you don't have to pass emissions anymore. So this is the last time I need to do emissions. And then I'll just drive it until it like literally dies. Like the technician saying like, hey, I think there's something wrong with the transmission. I said, I don't care. I'll have it explode all over my driveway someday. It's fine. I mean, it's a pretty good idea to have like liability insurance. Like you don't want to be on deck in case like something goes wrong. Like I'm a very safe driver, but you never know. I consider myself a safe driver. I'm worried though. Like I mean, I'll be honest, like I'm scared driving in the United States. Like I've seen more people tailgating, blowing through red lights. It's insane. It's like collectively the country has decided that we're just not going to follow any traffic laws, and in fact we're going to try and make life worse for everyone. Like I don't know how and why it's happening, but the conversation is that like the police in my state just don't care anymore. All they care about is catching speeders so they can like write a ticket if they find one. But any other unsafe driving, like they don't even manage it. The person finally grown up with the only priority they have is personal liability. I don't really know who you are, but I'm already internally ranking you as one of my dumber Twitch chatters. Just so you know. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you have and own nothing and care nothing about other people, then you don't have to worry about liability insurance. But yeah, you should care about other people. If you don't care about anyone else and you have no assets, you could always just go bankrupt. Self is above all else the most important thing. I mean, it's got to be a balance, right? I mean, yeah, I mean, if I know self be true, but at the same time, like, do no harm to others, you know? It's not an easy balance. It's not one way. I don't really understand. I mean, like, children can learn that concept. I mean, hopefully children are being taught that concept. I don't know. Maybe I'm misunderstanding you. But yeah, you should watch out for other people. I wish that was a larger number. You know harm, but also you can't expect anyone to help you? Yeah, it's pretty much true. I mean, it depends where you are, but in the United States, you definitely is a crippling aura of loneliness. But others before you're put yourself before others in the last decade. I mean, you gotta take care of yourself first. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Put on your own oxygen first when you're on the airplane, you know? I've seen a bigger number. Got coalescence. That's kind of cool. Well, it hits something. We'll cope with that. It's insane how much damage that does. Like, some of the claw moves are actually, like, not bad damage. This guy is definitely not a crown. I don't think. Yeah, I think VR chat actually does completely support VR-less play. It has, I think, from the beginning. The Jagras have pushed me backwards. I hate you, Garuda. Is VR Chat Plus like a subscription? $10 monthly? What sort of perks do you get for being a premium VR subscriber? Do Gunlance again? Oh, maybe Insect Glaive. Cost of alleviating loneliness. I think there's a free mode. I mean, I think stuff like that's a good thing. I mean, there's some people that just literally cannot physically leave their house. You can meet people and talk to them and have something resembling a real conversation in VR. I mean, that's awesome, right? 2 googly eyes and a rock. I don't really like this guy. This guy's kind of an asshole. Why are you such an asshole? What happened to you? Who hurt you? Just if you want the beta mobile client, right? Oh! Pretend Gapey is your friend? You don't gotta pretend, he is your friend. Can you be my friend parasocially? I mean, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much your only option. Unless I move to Leeds or something. I'll get the full English breakfast someday. I haven't had it yet. What is a full English? You wouldn't wish that on me? Is it that bad? Fried meat. That sounds pretty good. Are mushrooms typically in a full English? Sure. Black pudding is the only thing that's got me going a little sus, but I'm assuming it's that way for most people. You running away? Where are you? I just don't think there's any easy way to get black pudding in the United States. I'm not saying it's impossible. I don't think it's normally sold in grocery stores. I would think the American baked beans are better than British baked beans, but that might be like something only a psycho would say. I like with the bird. We'll probably be peeing when you get back. I would take blood pudding over Pop-Tarts. The only thing that happens when I eat Pop-Tarts is I get fat. Yeah, no, American baked beans. Yeah, I think you got to be careful. There's a lot of sugar in them. Definitely an unnecessary amount of sugar. Was that 3 in a row? Go for 4. I have not had Dr. Pepper baked beans. Yeah, I'm aware. I saw some image online about them. Feels a little unhinged. But probably really popular in the South. Dr. Pepper's like really popular in the South, right? There's a college football and all the advertising that goes on there. I like the insect glaive a lot in World. It's definitely one of my favorite weapons, but it does sometimes feel weaker than I remember it. Hematogen? What the hell is a hematogen? Candy bar made of blood? Is it for vampires? Yeah, maybe I gotta make the bug into a water bug. Gonna be farming Garuga with it. Although we're gonna be switching over to Switch Axe soon. People with an iron deficiency? Salad reminds me a little bit of liver. That's the reason. I think, yeah, Tier 4 is 10%. Yeah, it's a big chunk. This is a neat set. Power Prolonger 3, as well as Focus 3 on Switch Axe. It's really nice. Powerfile, like, really likes having focus. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Blood-based snack is unique. Focus? Man, I tried to boot up Wild Hearts the other day, and it ran worse than I remembered it. It's kind of sad, isn't it, huh? The funny thing is, like, there were all those articles like, oh, Wild Hearts is officially dead. But, like, all it ever was just a statement from, like, some Discord mod. Like, I don't think EA ever came out, or Koei Tecmo ever came out and said, we're not updating the game anymore. I'm not saying that they are. I just think that's interesting. I'll be upgrading to the 7800X 3D soon. Probably in November. Maybe it'll run better then. I don't know. That means I'm not saying I'm going to be playing Wild Hearts because of the upgrade, but that'd be interesting. Oh, I got the body instead of the head? That feels really bad. Although that hit the head. I really thought I was going to get the trip there. The stagger out of the air. Oh, well. Any weapon changes you think might be needed in Monster Hunter 6? From what? Monster Hunter World or Rise? Are we assuming that World is the template? Are we assuming Rise is the template? Do we want to pretend that, like, World never, Rise never happened? So I like that game. I could do that. Someone who likes the switching skill things? Switch skills are interesting. So by world? I mean, I think Rocksteady and Temporal Mantle shouldn't exist. And if they did, that would make Zero Sum fine. And try and get the head. Are you done with Monster Hunter World speedruns now? My brother in Christ, the last time I did a speedrun was in January. What do you mean by done? Like, will I ever do them again? Probably. But I haven't done one in like 9 months. Not doing anymore. I haven't done them in 9 months! When do I plan on doing another one again soon? I don't know. Depends if I end up getting a job at UPS or not. I like the runs, but I have to admit the categories are kind of messed up. So I don't really like playing on the... I don't like competing on the PC categories. Even though cutscene skip is great, yeah, all sorts of dirty little gremlins out there competing with you. So what, I could run on my Series X, I guess, but then we got cutscenes. It's hard to say. There's no right answer. Rise is better suited for running, but then again, you've still got PC and you've got the Switch. Last time I did speedruns, I did my own little self-suck category. which was like classic world runs. So no Iceborne. Because the issue is, you may not know this, but like, if you're just competing on the fastest time, you know, it's not just Defender that's powerful, it's just like slamming out Slinger Bursts. It's painfully boring to do, and I would hope even worse to watch. So that kind of limits you. As cool and hype as Shara runs are, or God help you, Fatalis runs are, it's going to be boring to watch. At least until you get up to, I don't know, Master Rank? I guess at the very least, low rank and high rank are over fast, like 3 hours. Maybe less. I hate to sound like a grumpy old man about it. It's just kind of, you know, it's just kind of in a weird place. If I'm gonna do speedruns, I'd prefer to do them on console in a way, because at least that way, you know, it's a fair playing field. Nobody's running cheat engine or overlays or any other garbage in the background. So I don't know if that answers your question. I kind of just ranted for 5 minutes. But there's your answer. I do have 1.0 Monster Hunter World on Xbox. We've done some stuff on that before. Turbo? Like, I'm over the turbo now, man. Like, I don't care. Fine. Go ahead, use your turbo. Nobody cares. God is dead. Ultimately, all that matters is that you've done an entertaining run. People will watch an entertaining run over a boring run that's, I don't know, maybe or maybe not hacked anyway. So. All right. All right, Garuga. I don't know. I don't know if they ever shipped not 1.0 discs of Monster Hunter World. That's a great question. I would pay money if there was a patched Monster Hunter World disc that was out there just before Iceborne hit. The 1.0 patch is very interesting. Because, like, Longsword is weaker. Hunting Horn is weaker. Charge Blade is stronger? Slicing is definitely stronger. Slicing was dumb on launch. The only thing that's hard in a speedrun with slicing is, like, there's not really that many good slicing guns early on. Budgie, hello. It was okay damage there, but sometimes that one. Wow, you go through so much sharpness with Longsword. I don't know if that pink will last long enough. Or maybe it will. No! I'm not going for it again. Well, at first I was sad that I hit the legs. And then I was like, oh, I got a topple out of it. You saying I'm an approachable person? I mean, memes aside, I think I am. Oh, I don't know what you mean. I had somebody approach me and actually get a picture with me when I was in Osaka, covered in sweat.
Any one of you in real life.
I don't think I was that intimidating. I'm a friendly person. I will bite you, but I am a friendly person. They weren't sweating. I was sweating. And I was carrying like 100 pounds of luggage up and down some stairs in Osaka. They also had some luggage. They were going to Hiroshima.
It's coming in 4 hours.
4 hours? It's coming now, man.
Is possibly
We're never getting this.
debatable about that. 4 hours.
They put the goddamn world logo all over this armor set. It's like on the back and on the chest. It's my last world stream for Tokyo Game Show. Let's just play Lies of P, man. I did my time. We got the world bots, right? The world bots here. Let's check. Not good enough. I killed Yan Garuga for 2 hours, all right? You can't say I didn't try. I tried. It's a good game. Don't leave. I'm pretty good at it, too. I'm not like the best, but I'm pretty good. We want to watch the best screamer. Still playing the Windows version. We'll get the Steam version up and running for the next stream. Is there a bot leave emote? We should make one.